is saying. I can understand what Plies is saying as far as a certain type of guy. I won't necessarily say as ugly guys with money, because there are dudes who these women fawn all over who's going to be all in the club with chicks that are single mothers, with chicks that are known bust downs. Like, case in point, you got Trey Songz hugged up in the club with Sabrina Parr, who is the ex of Lamar Odom, for goodness sakes. And he's all in the club, all on her in the club. And I'm saying, do y'all think he's an ugly dude with money? Do y'all think he smashed? But he's publicly out here all on her.
The obsession for fake assets is at an all-time high.
Yes, it is, Abby. Appreciate it. Yeah, these women are they are just losing reality, and they're trying to compete. Instead of them trying to be in their own lane and be unique, they want to be like all these other women. And they're not even making money from it. They just want to have the big bum, right? The big hips, the skinny waist. They just want that self-esteem boost that comes from the thirst of men. But then they wonder why their dating options are terrible. Excuse me, your dating options are terrible because look at the type of men that you're attracting. Look at the type of energy you're embracing. And then you wonder why you cannot get or keep a man. Look at the type of energy you are embracing, ladies. Ask any of these ex-video vixens, right? Ask any of these veteran IG models. I'm talking about the IG models from like when Instagram first became a thing back in 2011, 2012, right? Ask them, those women who are still single today, ask them, was it worth it? Was it worth them trying to be an Instagram model and then wind up being single? You got women who won't even post pictures of their boyfriends. You know why? Because they know they got a bunch of sensitive simps in their comment section that are not going to like it. And they don't want to drive those guys away. They don't want those guys to go to the other women who she looks like, because most of these chicks all look the same. There's nothing unique about them. And they wonder why they're single. You know, one of the things I'm tired of, and I hope it goes away, you got all these women giving these out of the blue questionnaires about them being single. Nobody asked you that. Like, you keep telling people that you're single, but you're supposed to be this attractive, thick woman, right? That y'all like. Y'all know what y'all dudes like. Y'all like women with the big hips, the big butt, you know, light skin. Y'all know what y'all be going for, man. Y'all know who y'all be following. The women that y'all follow, right? And I seen one chick, and this was random, so don't tell me that, oh, Jane, you're following these models. It was this one page I came on randomly, right? So I went on her page, and this one post, right? Of course, she's showing, you know, how she look, but anyway, in the description, she put 5 things about me, right? And she's naming all these 5 different facts about her. In the last one, she talked about being single and what she's looking for and all this. I'm saying to myself, I'm like, you're single, you're traveling to all these different states, you're single and you still ain't got nobody, but you're doing all this traveling. I'm sure you've come across some guy that wants a relationship, but the thing is, because of the type of energy she's attracting, she's only attracting men that want to sleep with her. She's attracting men that she's not attracted to. Either because she's been deeply imprinted by one of her exes, or she's looking for something that's not looking for her. She's looking for that top 15 percentile man, or even top 10%. Those men are already taken. Those men have more women than they can handle. But these women are willing to wait for those type of guys. Because I told you, women do have more of an abundance mindset than men. They will wait for years for the right guy to come along. That's why these women be miserable. That's why they're on social media, mad at the world, mad at different YouTubers who make videos. Because they realize all that waiting, playing games, right? They're single and alone, and they've gotten older, and there have been younger women who are in their prime, and they're getting all the attention from the guys that they want. And they overlook the decent guys that actually would have been right for them, would have been the right choice for them. But these women think that they should be with the, the top tier, who is it? Rappers, athletes, entertainers, whatever. The obsession is real. And they just don't understand that you are what you attract. If you're attracting a bunch of thirsty males, then you must be putting thirst out there.
We out here yellow bone chasing like the baby tears of joy.
Thanks, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure y'all like the stream, man. Now, also we'll say this to what Plies was saying. I also think that when it comes to the modern day female, we just don't know what's going on in their minds. Because the delusion is real. And because the delusion is real, a lot of them have expectations that will never be met. Like, you got women that are looking for men that are extremely, like, if you're a woman who's 5'1", why in the world do you want a guy who's like 6'2", 6'3"? I will never understand that. Like, seriously. Anybody above 5'7" is taller. I mean, that, but I'm just saying. I'm using that as a number. Anybody above 5'7", 5'8" is taller than you. Why are you looking for a guy that has to be extremely tall? A guy who's fit, okay. A guy who's a certain skin tone, okay. A guy, they never talk about his occupation. Have y'all noticed women never talk about the guys they're looking for, their occupation? You know why? It's because they're looking for an entertainer. They're looking for a dope boy. They're looking for a struggle rapper, a guy who they can help mold his rap career. Because y'all know these women like to play Miss Save 'em.
Time is a man's best friend and a woman's adversary.
Yep. What's good, Lena? But the delusion is real, people. Y'all don't have to believe me. Go look at some of these women on social media melting down about Kevin Samuels. I mean, it just shows you that these women are starting to realize that we're all waking up. Men and women, we're starting to see these women for how delusional they are, how crazy they are, how they don't want better. They just want the men that they've dealt with to change. That's all they're looking for, right? It's good, Divine. Again, like the stream. And I talked about this today in my video about Cam Newton. If these people, male or female, if they don't have father figures, they're not going to know what a real man is like. And to me, a real man is a guy who takes care of his responsibilities and is able to build something for himself and his family. And if a woman has not seen that, especially as a young girl, she's not going to know what that is like. So, so for her to find self-esteem, for her to attract what she thinks is a real man, she thinks she has to go and cut up her body in order to look like the other 1,000 or so other women on social media. Instead of being unique, instead of being yourself, the unique women will always find a husband. They will always live a good life. And these women who have to continue to get these surgeries, they're always going to be failing. They're going to be failing and failing and failing. They're going to be failing with a capital F, right? So, honestly, people, I want y'all to understand something. The modern day female is delusional beyond
You
repair.
can't make this stuff up, grin.
Faith music, you cannot make this up. Absolutely not. You cannot. And the thing is, we all know this now. And they're mad. They're angry because we all understand these things. We all know. They're trying to shut it down. They're trying to change the subject. They want to talk about protecting them. They want to talk about protecting them, but then you're making challenges talking about beat the cheat, which I will address on Patreon. So they're always trying to move the goalposts. They're always trying to change things and make it seem like ultimately it's up to us as men to make them better. You have to make yourself better. You have to make yourself better. You can't rely on self-esteem boosts of getting surgeries and getting attention. You have to work on your mental. And a lot of these women mental just ain't right. You know?